Left back, Truth.
He should be easy one. Should be easy.
This guy's gonna say. I know who he's gonna say as well.
He's gonna say Tierney.
Nah, listen.
If Tierney had a full season,
I would have gone Tierney.
Yeah, full season.
But then I can't say Shaw because Shaw's fell off as well a little bit.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Onto our team of the season. Yes, people, it's coming to that time where we're wrapping up. Premier League is almost over. So we got to give the players their flowers and say who we believe is the best player in their position in the Premier League this season. I think Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville on Sky Sports got it wrong because they were mentioning like Champions League and FA Cup. Like no one cares. It's Premier League. It's called Premier League.
I hate when they do that.
For a reason, like to justify. Like it makes no sense. But yeah, let's start off with the goalkeeper. I don't believe we'll get any argument about this one, but we'll see what happens. I'll start off the goalkeeper position. I've gone for the former Arsenal goalkeeper, Emi Martinez. Yeah. I had a feeling. Yeah, I mean, 15 clean sheets. He's third in that. 133 saves. He's third in that. And I know Edouard Mendy is second with 16 and Edison's got 18, but them man there with the defenses they got in front of them, and they weren't even in the top 10 of shots faced either. So you know what I mean, or saves made. So
yeah,
it's a no-brainer for Emi Martinez to go into that goalkeeper position. True. Sorry, James Cage, were you gonna say something?
No, I was gonna say that I do think with this team of the season, I do think narratives play a part in it. Sometimes you try and separate kind of like stats and emotions and all of that. When you're coming to discussion, but the narratives I think if we're looking at a full season, the narratives are important. So the narrative that Martinez has of just like not getting a chance at Arsenal, going to another team and like putting in
a lower team.
And even though like their defensive stats kind of fell off in the last month or so, they started conceding a few more goals. He was still putting
his stats were still there.
Is he still joint with Brad Friedel's record of most clean sheets? I think he's still joint with Brad Friedel's record for most clean sheets.
First season.
Yeah, most clean sheets in a season. So
in his first season, you mean at the club or
no,
Aston Villa clean sheets
for a season? Yeah, no, because when Brad Friedel was at Aston Villa.
Yeah,
I think his record's 16 clean sheets.
Oh, okay.
So I think he needs one more clean sheet to equal it. So imagine being in your first season and about to trying to equal that record. You got to give him the respect that he deserves.
Of course.
So yeah, nice easy one to start off with. I'm liking the way how this is going. Truth, right back. Who you got?
I think you have to go for Kyle Walker. I've been really impressed from the turn of the season, turn of Man City. He's been a mainstay, more so than other players. So much so that Cancelo has turned into a wing back, centre mid, number 10, offset number 8 kind of thing on the other side. I think Kyle Walker's driving force down that right for me makes him the best right back. I know there's other names, but I don't think everyone else has been as consistent. I love Wan-Bissaka. I do like him, but I just think going forward, he just misses out half of his game. Half of his game gets missed out going forward. So yeah, I'm going to give it to Kyle Walker for me.
Interesting. Mr. K, who you got?
No, this was a hard one, the right back position. I don't think anyone really stood out for me, to be honest, as like having... sorry?
What?
Kay said Trent, that's his boy.
Nah, not Trent.
I'll kick you off this right now.
Nah, I'm not going to pick Trent. I'm not picking Trent. That was last season. Honestly, I think this season, no one's really stood out. I would have even argued maybe Cancelo for right back position, because he's versatile and he can be picked for right or left. So I was
but he hasn't played since they started doing well though. He hasn't been playing majority right back. He's playing
majority left back, and then he had a stint in midfield a bit. But
no, he would no. You see, you lot. This is where you lot get fooled by Pep, bruv. It's magic, bruv. He's been playing right back. He just hasn't been there. Literally, like Pep.
So then we can't call him a right back.
No. He's been playing right back, but because of the way how Pep plays, this guy has been on the edge of people's opposition boxes for no reason, bruv.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I can't put Cancelo. He's not. He's the utility man for me.
Okay, sorry, carry on. Sorry to cut you off.
No, so I was just saying I would agree with Carl Walker. That was a good pick. That I didn't think of him, to be honest, but when the truth said his name, I was like, actually, I'm not mad at that. You can mention other names, like even go as far as saying like Vladimir Kufal for West Ham's had a decent season at right back. That's not a bad shot. That's what I'm saying. It's quite level, especially because of West Ham. I think because of West Ham have been like challenged for top 4. He's been putting in performances. He's got a few assists this season. But it's a hard one right back. I think that was one of my toughest positions.
I've got a name. I've got a name. Justin.
Oh,
yeah.
The problem for him is he got injured.
He got injured.
I know.
He got injured.
I know, but he was having a season though.
Yeah, he was having a good season.
He was having a great season.
He was having a good season, but he got injured and he's been out for a while.
That's the
but
only problem.
He was having a good season. I'd also say, but I don't know where he plays. Like, I don't know if he plays right back or centre back for Leeds.
Dallas.
Yeah.
No, he's a wing back.
He plays. He's a wing back.
Yeah, because he's had a great season as well.
Yeah,
Ali also plays down the left side. So
but lately, he's been playing central midfield though.
Okay,
yeah.
But he's
last 10 matches or so, he's been playing centre mid.
Yes, but he's had a brilliant season as well when he's played at the back. But now I can deal with Carl Walker, like him.
Yeah, I'll take that
for me. Yeah, that doesn't bother me at all. In terms of that. So yeah, we'll go Carl Walker. We'll go Carl Walker there. Mr. KA, centre backs.
All right. I could go for the easy one.
This guy is going to ruin this now. Watch him cause controversy for no reason.
What? I feel like doing it for the sake of it now. Yo, put some respect on my name, man. I was gonna say I could go for the easy one.
Yeah.
But I want to give, as TJ said, it's all about giving people their flowers. And some of my decision is narrative, so I'm gonna go for Fofana.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Fofana. I'm with you. Fofana and Diaz, yeah.
Yes, that was the easy one. I was gonna say that was the easy one.
Yeah.
You could I've seen in my research, I've seen people put Stones and Diaz as
no,
partnership.
I'm not putting Stones in.
Yeah, I don't agree either.
Stones has had 2 months. Stones has had 2 months.
Yeah.
No, the other thing about Stones, I feel that Stones is not good without those Diaz or Laporte by his side. I think by himself, he's just he's nothing literally. So he needs
even with Laporte, he doesn't look as good.
Exactly.
But yeah, without if you play Stones and if you play Stones and Ake, oh my lord, Stones and Ake, oh my lord, that'll be open season. Yeah, honestly. But yeah, sorry, Miss K.
I've gone for Fofana just because of his it's his first season in the Premier League, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, for his first season, he's come in and put in stellar performances. I don't have his stats in front of me, but I know that he's been solid all season, and I like him, and he's been a good acquisition.
Yeah, now Fofana, I could get behind that.
Truth, did you have anyone else?
No, that's it. Like the Fofana one, I was gonna play a little bit more safe and go Johnny Evans or something, but Fofana has been.
I'll go for Fofana, man.
And I know, obviously, people that, as Mr. K said, they'll say John Stones. Some other people have gone for Thiago Silva. I don't really know why. Maybe there's something that we don't know, because in all the Chelsea games that I've watched, I don't see what he's done. Maybe the leadership, yes, but
yeah, this is it. And also, since he's come out from injury as well, he's been a bit more solid. When he first started, he was very shaky.
Yeah, because in the start of the season, he was shaky. But people they only look at the last month of football and they just believe that this player should be it for X reasons instead of looking at it in the grand scheme of things. And he's been injured a lot, and under fat Frankie didn't look that brilliant either. So that's what I feel. Whereas I think Ruben Diaz consistent, Fofana's been consistent. I know he was injured for a little bit, but the both of them have been consistent enough for me. So I'm happy with those two names. Left back, Truth.
He should be easy one. Should be easy.
This guy's gonna say. I know who he's gonna say as well.
He's gonna say Tierney.
Nah, listen.
If Tierney had a full season, I
would have gone Tierney.
Full season.
But then I can't say Shaw because Shaw's fell off as well a little bit.
Not that. What if he has not that much?
It has to be Shaw,
man. Come on.
The only other person I'll accept is Cresswell.
Even Cresswell, after Tuchel came in, he was getting like replaced by. He was getting in.
No, Cresswell,
not Chilwell.
Oh, sorry,
not Chilwell.
Yeah, sorry, Cresswell.
Yeah. For West Ham.
Yeah. Sorry.
I have to go Tierney.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I have to go
Tierney.
Because listen. Because Shaw up because he's been our best player, bar Saka for the whole.
Arsenal's best player, but not the Premier League's best left back.
But I just think he's the best left back in the Premier League. I don't think
take into consideration like
Chilwell's been swapped. I would put Cresswell. I think Cresswell's a very good shout. I've got nothing to say against Cresswell, to be honest, apart from he plays for West Ham. That's why I'm probably going to give it to him. But Shaw has been good for 3 months after around December, January, February. I give a little bit of March, but since March, not as much. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because the team's been chopping and changed or because he's been rested quite a bit as well. So yeah, I can't fully go for Shaw. I'll have to go Tierney.
It's okay.
No, mine's Shaw, just because of again, a lot of my decisions part of the narratives and the fairy tale. Like the way he's transformed his season, putting the performances for United has been solid. He's got himself back into the running for England with the performance. He's got stepped up his assists. He's taken corners, free kicks. Even
he's
sprinkled a couple of goals in it, and this is it. He's managed to stay fit. And he's controlled the weight, controlled his mentality. Like he's got himself in check, and he's like putting in performances. He's got his name back on the map. Like people are now like looking for him and seeing what he does. He's good. No, I'll go for sure. No question.
Okay.
In my opinion.
No, I agree with you. As I said, the only other person I'd probably debate is Cresswell, because Cresswell he's been very consistent for West Ham. He's had a good season. I think he's up there in the assist category as well. But yeah, I think if you take into consideration,
I think they're all quite similar actually in terms of assists. This is why I personally give
I think Cresswell's got like 8 assists or something like that compared to I think Shaw's got like 2 or something like that.
No, Cresswell's got 5.
Was it 5?
I'm sorry. Shaw's got 5. Cresswell has 11 assists.
Yeah, so I knew there was a gap. So Cresswell's had a good season.
So when you put Cresswell over Shaw, because Shaw has not been consistent throughout the whole season.
I can take, like, as I said, Cresswell Shaw for me. I don't mind either.
I really like Cresswell. I think Cresswell's a very, very good shout to have up there.
It's literally because he plays for West Ham. That's why no one mentioned him. But he's been consistent. He's had a solid season for West Ham. So I don't have an issue. The Tierney's not getting in it. I'm sorry. Like too many injuries. But Cresswell Shaw, I'm happy to take either or.
Okay.
We'll go.
My vote is Shaw. So
your vote, Shaw.
You like decide on who you want to put in.
I'm going Cresswell. I think 11 assists for West Ham.
Yeah, I'll go Cresswell as well. I don't
mind Cresswell. That's a decent shout. Again, I didn't think of him until you mentioned him.
Yeah, Cresswell as well. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, cool. We're going 4-3-3, or has anyone got something different?
I got nothing on 4-3-3. Yeah, 4-3-3.
Yeah, 4-3 or even 4-2-3-1. Either way, either one.
Yeah. Right, midfield. midfield, right? So holding role, right, and this is not necessarily because they're a holding player, but holding role, the middle of the midfield three, I've gone for Souček.
Really? What?
Yeah, I've gone for Souček.
Wow, that's surprising.
I think that he's had, again, another one that's been very consistent for West Ham. Obviously, he was on loan for the second half of the season, last season. He's adapted very well, scored many, many, many important goals for West Ham as well. I know he's kind of tailed off a little bit towards the final hurdle, but I think he's had a great season for West Ham. He's a big reason why they are where they are until Lingard came. So yeah, for me, I've gone Souček in my holding role. Mr. K, who you got?
That's interesting. Souček had a great start to the season, and as you said, he put in the goals. He was very influential in the team, but I wouldn't have picked him. His name never crossed my mind, to be honest. I think Souček, there was a time where he was being dropped from the team. He was on the bench, and Yarmolenko came in. And also it took him a while to get used to playing with Lingard. So I wouldn't put him in my season as a whole. Even though when you think about after the season's done, and then you kind of like look back, maybe say at the start of next season, you actually think, okay, he was unsung. So I'll give you that. Like, he's had a good season, but I don't think he'll be in my team of the year. For me, that position, I would have to put Gundogan in that position. Even though
Gundogan's in my team, he's just not in the holding.
I'll put him in the holding because he can play that role where he can play that role from.
I will put him in there.
Or he can play that role where he's not exactly a defensive midfielder, but he can.
Yeah, but the reason why he's had a good season is because he's been playing more advanced. So I wouldn't put him in that role. I think he's been
influential, even because that period, obviously, when he was filling in the boots for KDB, he had to step up and play more advanced. But before then, he was still when KDB was still in the team, he was still influential. He still got a couple of goals, but he didn't really kickstart the run. The run gained more momentum when KDB got injured because he had to do a lot more.
Yeah.
So for me, that's who would go in the middle.
Fair enough. I would. So I've got a few names actually. I think Ndidi has to be mentioned. I know he had some injury as well, but he has to be mentioned. I think Kelvin Phillips has to be mentioned for Leeds.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed watching him be the Busquets of that Leeds team, winning the ball, breaking up, playing the simple passes. I think he's done amazing. And I'm actually going to go for Phillips because I think he's been amazing. Remember, everyone's forgetting that this was Leeds' first season back. Given the football that they played, it's not an easy job playing Phillips' role. You know, they get men forward, so he's often being isolated in that area. But he's done an amazing job. He's got into the England side as well. So yeah, definitely Phillips for me.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout. I like that call as well.
We're at stalemate. So where are we going? Where are we going?
Who was your pick, TJ?
Souček was my pick.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. Souček. Oh yeah.
Souček. For me, your two picks are too advanced for that holding role.
Who?
Souček, an advanced player?
Souček,
no, come on.
I didn't know that they're too advanced for that holding role. Souček's not a holding player. He isn't a holding player. I know, he's a box-to-box. I'm talking about if I'm having a player, I'm having a person that's not moving. I'm looking for Busquets.
Oh, I did say before, I was not necessarily holding, but can fill that position. That's what I said before I said what I said. Because he's more of a box-to-box because there isn't actually anyone that I was going to put in there, even though Phillips is a good shout, a very, very good shout, considering the football that Leeds play.
The formation that we have is hard to have that sitting, folding the 4-3-3. Depends on kind of like what type of 4-3-3 we're playing.
It's true.
You can
it's true. Like we could have two players in there.
Question before we make this decision on the holding. Truth, have you got Gundogan in your team?
I've got his name as a mention. I haven't decided yet.
See, this guy just had to go and make it complicated because we could have just taken Gundogan out and put him in one of the other the other two spots and then moved on. But this guy's got him as a mention. So now we actually got to sit down and actually physically think about what we're doing.
I don't know. It's a rough one. It's the formation that makes it quite hard. And then the limited number of positions that we have in the 4-3-3.
All right. I can handle Phillips being in that holding role. I can handle Phillips being there.
But this is it, because if we put Phillips in that role, in a 4-3-3, Gundogan's not going to work anywhere else.
No,
he doesn't need to.
Of course he is, because he can play in the either two of the eights.
But he doesn't need to.
He can play in any of the two eights. That's why I've got him in more forward, because that's where he was. That's where he plays.
Yeah.
He doesn't play holding because it's either Fernandinho or Rodri.
At all.
He was playing holding before because it was just Fernandinho and Rodri wasn't really playing.
To me, it's more really the positioning, because like if he's on the right or the left of three.
Yeah, he's fine.
Gundogan doesn't play there, man. No, I love it. I'm not putting him anywhere.
He's fine. Gundogan's fine as one of the 2-8 positions. I'm happy with Phillips being there.
I'm not mad at that.
The two 8s. True. Seeing as you got Gundogan as I mentioned, you might as well give us your 2 8s.
Gundogan as I mentioned. But in my 2 8s, it has to be Fernandes as number 1. And Mason. No.
Why didn't we have Mr. Rashford here?
I'm playing Captain Jack.
What is wrong with you lot, bruv? He hasn't even played there this season.
I know. I wouldn't pick Jack Grealish, you know.
Jack Grealish is in my team. But he's
Jack plays all the way. What, you put him on the wing?
I've got Jack on the left.
On the left, on the wing.
Yeah.
But he plays inside left though. Okay, look.
All right. Let's do this. Mr. K, sorry, Truth, before you, I'm going to come back to that. Truth, Mr. K, who you got is your 2 8s?
I don't know. You know, it's a hard one, the next one for me, because
I know it, but Jack plays in the middle. Yesterday he was playing in the middle.
Yesterday he was playing number 10, but majority of games he's played out wide on the left, and then he just drifts. He just does what he wants.
That's the thing. This is why I'm playing him in the middle, so he can drift. I don't like keeping him out wide. I think he's number 8.
He's on the left, but that's not. You could have been on the left of a 4-2-3-2.
Because what I'm saying now is to make this thing less complicated, because we're running out of time.
Yeah.
If we go Bruno and Gundogan in the 8s, right? So Phillips.
I don't think we should be so rigid on the formation, on the position. Because that's what's holding us back.
Okay, fine. No. Let's just get. I think. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So Gundogan and Fernandes 8s. And then Mr. K, are you happy with that?
Yeah,
Gundogan and Fernandes 8s.
I'd like to give honorary mention to my boy Phil Foden, man, but.
But he's only played for like 2 months.
I know. Let's be realistic. That's why I said honorary mention.
Yeah. So if we go Gundogan and Fernandes in the 8s, Calvin Phillips. Don't get me wrong, Mason Mount has been consistent since Tuchel's come in. But we're talking he's an honorary mention as well. As much as we take the piss, he has a decent season, but the numbers don't back up. Even though the eye test with Mount. Like, he's been influential. He's played very well. As I said, we all thought he was going to fall by the wayside, and he stepped up his game. But ahead of Bruno and Gundogan, I wouldn't put him above those two in terms of the seasons that they've had. Right.
Yeah, I agree.
Front 3. Now, this is going to be controversial because
this is the reason why I didn't want Jack on the left, though, because.
But this is why it's going to be controversial, because I've seen other people's front 3 and it's causing a problem for people. And there's one player in particular that I've left out that people are going to question. But
let me go first. I'll pick the easy one.
Yeah, go on.
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane centre forward. And
I'll let you deal with the hard ones.
I mean, you can't argue against Sugar Kane. 22 goals. He's joint top goal scorer. He's got the most assists with 13 in a Spurs side that are currently sitting 7th under
Right.
Amori.
He's going to be playing for Arsenal next year's season, and you can really shine and like reach his full potential. That's actually what I was talking about in the Gary Neville interview, man. He needs to reach his full potential.
So yeah, Sugarcane centre forward, like there's no arguments. Honourable mentions for Bamford, who's had a brilliant season. Calvert-Lewin, who's had a great season. Even Ollie Watkins has had a good first season for Aston Villa. But we're going to Sugarcane. Right. The two wide positions.
Can't put Jack out wide, man. Because when you're saying we're playing 4-3-3, Jack is not a wide player.
But that's what he plays for Villa.
No.
Yes.
No, he played inside left. There's a difference. It's a huge difference.
He plays, it's like a 4-2-2.
Yeah, and no, Villa actually play 4-5-1. So their wide player is more of a midfielder. A 4-3-3 is a wide attacker. When you got someone wide, it's a wide attacker.
He's done it for England as well. Jack can play there, man. Like most of Jack's work, when you look at it, he's actually out wide, like pissing on the players, bro. Captain Jack Sparrow, like as much as we like seeing him in the number 10 spot, he's normally out wide pissing over players, bro. Most foul player in the league. Obviously, what did I write? Obviously, he's got 10 assists, 6 goals, on only 25 appearances as well.
Exactly, that's
he has been injured, so it's very, very impressive. The problem is, all right, cool. Let me hear who you lot put on the other side before I say what the problem is. Mr. KA, who have you got on the other side?
He hasn't had the best of seasons, but he still put up good numbers, and I have to go for Mo Salah.
Fair enough.
Truth. Who you got?
Yeah, I got other names, but it's one of the seasons where you just have to just pick the guy that's got the numbers, and that is Salah.
That's Salah. Now, here's where the controversy comes. Son.
Bye-bye.
He was in.
I was looking for his numbers. Sorry.
Son is in. He's in Carragher's team, and he's
got 10 assists and 17 goals this season.
Yeah, but that was like all mainly in the first half of the season.
I know, and that's where the issue that was the issue for me, is that post December, I think he's only scored like 2 goals in the second half of the season, and that's where the issue with Son was for me. Like, but people will look at the stats and be like, oh well, he's got this amount of goals and this amount of assists, so he should be in there. But we're talking about overall people, the overall in the league, and the influence that you have on your team. And Captain Jack has them both. Mo Salah in a poor season is still joint top goal scorer. Still joint top goal scorer. Right. And obviously Sugarcane. So for me, I think Jack has to get in there. But it's just bittersweet that Son has to miss out. But like, you can't play from September to December.
I just don't feel that Son has had the same impact, like you said, throughout the whole season. I think at the start, first half, when they went top, yes. After that, his impact's been dwindling, and this thing where people actually forget that Son is actually playing for Tottenham.
Exactly. He's been missing.
I've got my own personal one.
Who's on another one?
I've got my own personal one. I wouldn't pick either. I think my man St. Allen Maximum. We need that flair in the team.
He's been injured.
We need. Okay, he's Ronaldinho. Football is about entertainment. I want to be entertained, so I'm seeing my boy St. Maximus in that area. So that's who I'm going for.
And
shout out to
Maxi. Man said Maxi, like to say, well, I would have rather you said Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson would have made more sense.
No, I'm saying Maxi. I'm looking for entertainment. One of those ballers entertained.
The truth is doing that Gary Neville right now, when Gary Neville put Rashford in his team for no reason, bro. For no fucking reason. Like, it's ridiculous. But yeah, people, that is it. So we got Emi Martinez in goal, Kyle Walker at right back, Ruben Diaz and Fofana in centre back, Cresswell left back, Calvin Phillips in the holding role, Gundogan and Bruno as our 2-8s, and then the front three of Captain Jack Sparrow, Mo Salah and Sugarcane. People, let us know what you think. I know there's going to be a lot of controversy. listen, I know the Chelsea fans are going to be trying to crucify and hex us.
Oh crap! We didn't pick a Chelsea player.
We didn't put not one shot, but let's be honest. Apart from what you probably could have put Mendy in there, none of the rest of them really deserve it. I know Mason Mount and all the rest of it, and like obviously he turned water into wine. He turned water into wine, and he parted the Red Sea and all the rest of it. Like I know he's done all of that since Tuchel's come, but as we said in the group, good player, but we want to see more from him because he doesn't touch Captain Jack Sparrow, and Rash can come for us all we want because he's been invited on the show many times and we still can't see him. But I guarantee you, if Chelsea win the Champions League, he'll want to come on again, to which we'll go MIA because we wrapped up the season. But man, all right, cool. Let's move on to our player of the season. Let's not make this difficult, please. Like everyone knows who
My
it is.
one's easy.
This guy is going.
I haven't actually thought of it, man. So
truth, please tell us who your player of the season is, because we know it's not everyone else.
The person that won the league for City, Ruben Diaz.
Oh, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Mr. KA, just nod your head.
Yeah, no, I'll take that. I'll go for Diaz because I haven't actually looked into it, but we've talked about it during the season on this podcast. Yeah, Diaz has been solid. He's contributed so much to the City team.
Best season in the Premier League, only 23 in it?
Yeah.
23 years 23, old.
24, one of the
absolutely fantastic for Man City. And obviously, when Pep was going through that bad spell and went back to basics, he worked on defense first, and Ruben Diaz was a massive part of that. And he's just gone on leaps and bounds. Yeah. So yeah, it was a no-brainer. Ruben Diaz. He also won the Football Writers Association Player of the Year as well. So yeah, happy with Ruben Diaz.
Defense wins championships, man.
As we're going to see, obviously, people at NBA podcast coming shortly. Trust me, it's coming. But manager of the season, Mr. KA, who is your manager of the season?
Manager of the season. If Tuchel had a full season, I'll pick him, but he's only come in for like the last 5 months or so. Something's telling me to pick Pep, but I don't want to pick him.
Same.
Honest. I don't know. I feel like I should pick him, but I don't want to.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
That's how I felt as well.
I don't know who, but then who would pick?
Ole,
because it's the
second
Premiership.
place.
Yeah,
Shut up.
Ole, second place.
Shut
finish.
up.
And longest unbeaten run in the
do you know what? I think I just have to go. I think I just have to go for Pep because
cool.
No other manager has really kind of put in a full season of performances. Even you can argue Pep hasn't. What consistency over the full season where he's had to adapt. He's adapted the best. He's kind of like reacted the best to situations, and he got City over the line, and he's won the trophy. So you just have to. I think I have to just pick him.
Cool. I was hoping you would say that because the truth and I aren't going to say Pep. So I wanted someone to say Pep just so no one will come for us. So thank you, Mr. K, for saying Pep. Truth, who you got?
I think Pep's job is made easier when you have £50 million players sitting on the bench and top quality players, all around you. I think whose job was the hardest was someone who was touted for relegation after the first 2 games. And that is my boy, in Moisey we trust. David Moyes, having West Ham dreaming about Champions League football when everyone said after two games of the season that they're going to be relegated. And he's somehow got the best out of Dan Ciro, Jesse Lingard. So, we're talking about players like Cresswell, Souček, we're putting them in team of the season because that's the job that they've done. They've been playing really well. We've talked about Kufal as well. So, look, they've done an amazing job. I think David Moyes deserves, considering where everyone thought that they should have been, away with they would be. I want to give it to David Moyes and the stigma he's got for his career after his stint at United. So he needs something.
after you kind of convinced me. I'm swaying towards Moyes after that because, like you said,
It's a great shout.
He transformed the team, and like a lot of these players, it's their first season. It's a new. You think about it, it's a new team together and a new way of playing. Like he dropped Noble, Antonio was injured a couple of times throughout the season. They lost Rice as well for that last month, and they've had to deal with it quite a lot, to be honest. So no, that's a decent shout.
No, it's a great shout, and obviously, hopefully they get Europa League football, because that'll be massive to bring to West Ham and obviously to the Olympic Stadium. So, David, listen, the two that you both have mentioned, Pep, for considering where he was and then gets where he was in November to where he's gotten City to where they are now. Obviously, that 21 unbeaten streak as well. Yeah. 15 wins. Like Pep, obviously, will be the obvious choice. David Moyes, fantastic job at West Ham. About to bring them some form of European football, whether it be Europa League or the Conference League, whichever one. So that's fantastic, considering they were said to be relegated. People had no faith in him, said he was finished, so 100%. Me, I'm going to give it to a man that has said to all these fossils as pundits, screw you. You don't have to come up from the Championship and play negative football. I'm going to play the way that I want to play. And that is it. And that is to my man Bielsa, bruv.
Oh.
I thought that's who Truth was going to say when he
That's
said
what I thought as well, because obviously
Bielsa.
Total Football and all that.
Yeah.
With Bielsa, listen, Leeds United, right, come up from the Championship after being out of the Premier League for, I can't even remember how long it was, 20-something years or whatever it was that they've been out of it, has come up. We watched that first game that they played against Liverpool, the 4-3, and everyone was like, what the fuck? Like, this is crazy. And everyone was like, oh, you can't play that way because you're just going to end up losing. He stuck to his principles. Leeds are currently 11th. I think if games go their way, they could finish as high as, I think, 8th or 9th in their first season out of the Championship. They're not yo-yos. They're not the West Broms. They're not the Norwiches where they've been yo-yoing. First time back playing total football. Calvin Phillips obviously in our team of the season. Patrick Bamford, a Chelsea reject. I think is 4th top goal scorer. Rafinha, the way how he's been balling out. Dallas. The way how they've been playing Arlovsky, even Jack Harrison, who's a Man City loanee, he's got them balling, and they cover the most ground, they work the hardest, and they still have all this energy to go and score the amount of goals that they score. I think they've, as much as they've conceded a lot, they've scored a lot as well. And I just love the fact that this man has come up and stuck his chest out and said, you know what? I'm going to play the way that I want to play, and we're going to mix it with the big boys. And another fact, none of the big six have beaten them at home.
Really?
Not one of the big six has beaten them at home, right? And I think that's just testament to the man that they call Bielsa, bruv, the Don that there is called Bielsa, bruv. And I think that he deserves to be manager of the season based on all of that, and plus the fact that obviously they have a chance of finishing in the top half of the table. I know Sheffield United did it, but they did it a different way last season. But this guy come in, played total football, played against Man City, no matter who it is, Man City, Liverpool, United, Chelsea, Arsenal, and played his way. And that's for me why I'll go Bielsa. But
that's a good shout, man. When you said that record that none of the top six beating them at home, impressive. Like impressive. One thing I do feel is that these players deserve a mention. Bielsa. I'm sorry, these managers deserve a mention. Bielsa, as I mentioned, David Moyes. They do really deserve a mention that they don't get. The obvious choice is Pep.
Yeah.
But I think these guys have had a harder job, and they've gone under the radar in doing what they've done in terms of managing and coaching. So good shout.
Yeah, no, I like all the mentions.
I think we'll leave this one down to you, the viewers.
Yeah.
Which one are you gonna go with? Because I think
Yeah.
all the managers that have been mentioned have a shout in terms of what they've done. As Mr. K said, if Tuchel had a full season, he may have been in there as well. Unfortunately, not. But Pep, Bielsa, or David Moyes, let us know what you think in the comments, and you lot can pick which one of those guys, or if someone else that you want to pick. Truth, just to wrap up, for a little bit of fun, let's do the last predictions of the season.
The last set of prediction, what, winner takes all, yeah?
No, but we need to go back to a month ago when we did the
I'm
last
not going
one.
back to a month because you won that last one by a landslide. So I'm not even gonna touch up on it because it was such a landslide victory. I think he got 2 perfect results. Let's just leave it at that. TJ got another one on the board after his after that earlier one. So yeah, let's just leave it at that. Yeah, I know you remember that because
yes, of course I do.
I
never remember the scores that I picked. I never remember it.
Nah, no, TJ won that by a landslide. He got 2 perfect results. It was over by then. So we're gonna do, because we haven't done it for the whole season, we're gonna do a winner takes all. Last one. So all on this one, guys. Let's start with the early game, important game.
Early game. There's no early game. They're all at the same time.
Game. The first game on the list that I saw, and that's Leicester Tottenham. Let's go.
That's literally winner takes all. Literally winner takes all.
Yeah, so you have to be thinking about your results.
Oh my! Tottenham have been so poor in the last month or so, man. They just let it slide through their fingers. I'm gonna go Leicester City win. I think if Maddison starts on the bench, so they've been playing so well with the formation that he's had, and I think after the Chelsea game, it showed me when they tried to put any action on the bench, Maddison started, and Kelechi came on, senior man came on and got the goal, and yeah, so I think if they go with that formation, he's on good form, he's got confidence behind him. They've just won the FA Cup. Brendan's on a high. Let's go.
So what's the score?
Oh, sorry, I didn't say the score. Sorry, I was just thinking about me singing to Tottenham fans. It's happened again. No, I give it. I want to go for a high flying. Both teams won the game. I need Harry Kane hat-trick for my fantasy team. So I'm going for a 4-3 Leicester.
4-3.
Big score line. Yes, I'm going. Final game of the season. Let's go. Winner takes all.
I'm gonna go both. Well, I'll go for Tottenham. Don't really want to win in case they get into Conference League. Wait, what position are Tottenham right now?
7th.
So they're in the Conference League position.
Conference League, yeah.
So they're desperate to win. I'm going Desmond's 2-2. Can't pick a winner. DJ?
I'm gonna go 2-1 Leicester.
2-1 Leicester. Really?
That's what I was originally gonna pick, but I thought, F it.
Wolves versus United.
This is an interesting one because we don't know the lineup Ole's gonna play with the Champions League around the corner. I think Man United will still win it, but it'll be a 1-0 win. It'll be low scoring.
Dead game.
Yeah, bit of a drib game.
1-0, yeah?
1-0 United.
TJ?
3-0 Wolves.
Wow.
This guy never ever put down his first result, and he always have to wait for his second one.
No, I'm gonna go 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, I think Ole's gonna rotate, and there's nothing really in it. And even though Wolves,
there's nothing in it.
There's nothing in it for Wolves. Like they're still. I go 1-1. I think 1-1.
Yeah, there's nothing in it. I don't even know. I'm gonna go 3-1 United.
Wow.
Wait, Wolves are at
Had
home,
no
innit?
motivation.
I forgot this crowd now.
But
Okay.
you know, the crowd hasn't really done anything like in the last weekend's game.
It has. The atmosphere is up a bit. Look at the Chelsea game.
Atmosphere is up, but I mean,
you tell me Chelsea didn't get through that game because of
No, but that wasn't because of the crowd. That was because they had a bone to pick with Leicester and their players. I think. Did you see Rudiger's interview afterwards? One of his interviews.
Yeah, but imagine that there was no crowd. They wouldn't get that feisty. It wouldn't be feisty.
No,
it wouldn't get that feisty. No, yeah, you're right about that. But they already had motivation coming into the game.
Fair enough. It's a matter. I'm gonna go 2-1 Wolves. I'll go 2-1 Wolves.
Because of the fans.
Yeah.
It's your opinion, obviously.
There's nothing in the game, so I'm just thinking. There's nothing in it. I'm just going for the fans.
I don't have an issue with that score. I don't have an issue.
That's why I said 1-0. I can't see 3 goals in a game with nothing on the line. It's hard for me to see.
Let's go Arsenal Brighton.
Anyone? Anyone?
Oh. I'm gonna go 2-1 Arsenal.
You know, I'm so split for this one, because if the results go the way I predicted, we're getting
Conference League football.
You say 2-1 Arsenal?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I never predict us to lose, but I'm gonna go draw. Brighton to do what they always do against us. Welbeck to score. I'm going to go.
He's injured.
Oh shit! Did he injured?
Yeah, he got injured against City.
Of course, he freaking got injured. Danny flipping injured. Welbeck, sick note. KA.
What was your scoreline? You said 2-1.
I said 2-2. TJ said 2-1. Yeah.
I'm going 3-1. This is when I actually think Arsenal will actually. I'm taking your fans' argument, and I actually do think last home game of the season, fans.
We won't want to win. We don't want to win.
We won't, but I think the fans. I think they actually would want to do it for the fans.
I'm going to be supporting Brighton. I'm supporting Brighton.
I'm slightly. I've got my Brighton shirt on as well underneath the Arsenal shirt, but I think the players would want to actually do it for the fans because people like Aubameyang, he's probably in touch with troops and like social media. He tries to connect with people and the fans, so I think they will want to put on a performance.
Where you going?
So I'm saying 3-1. Up the Gunners.
I'm not interested in that game at all. A decent one, something on the line. Aston Villa versus Chelsea.
Yeah, only for Chelsea, really, though. Nothing on the line for Aston Villa.
They had nothing on the line against Tottenham. They still flipping whooped them.
Yeah.
Grealish trying to put himself in the shop window. Few of the players trying to put themselves in the shop window.
That's something to play for. If Aston Villa. And England as well, not just the shop window.
Yeah, England as well. I'm going to go Chelsea sneak this 2-1. Because if they don't and they fall out, then boy. Okay.
Yeah, 2-1 as well.
EJ?
1-0 Chelsea.
Perfect. 2-1, okay. Next one is Man City Everton. This is a nothing game.
Coronation, isn't it? But it's a coronation.
Aguero hat-trick, send off in front of the fans.
This guy ruined my fantasy by not doing that, putting in Aguero against Newcastle. So F Pep, man. Man City, Everton. Everton. I don't even know. What team is he going to play? When the Champions League final? 29th?
Next week, Saturday.
Next week, Saturday?
Yeah, 29th. So obviously, for them, when they play, it will be the Saturday coming.
Okay. I don't know what team's going to play. Everton are so weak. I'm going to go Man City.
That's what I'm thinking to go City as well.
3-1 Man City.
Yeah, 3. I was gonna say 3-0.
3-0. TJ.
I'm gonna go 2-1 City.
2-1. And the last game, Liverpool Palace means a lot. Liverpool Palace.
Did we do Leicester Tottenham?
Yeah, that's the first one.
4-3 scoreline, mate.
Liverpool
3-3.
Palace. Liverpool
3-3.
Palace. Nah. Liverpool Palace. I'm gonna go 3-0 Liverpool.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
They kind of are missing Eze, but Benteke is on one, and he's gonna score. So I'm definitely going 3-3. I want to see a 3-3.
Man said 3-3.
I want to see drama again. Okay.
Yeah, but they haven't got that. Eze, I think it's a big miss for them because he's been
I
playing
know he
well
is.
recently. Yeah. He's been quite influential with Zaha not really hitting the heights. I think Liverpool is a must win. I think they're going to win it comfortably, actually. I think they're going to win 3-1.
Ooh, you guys are confident. Benteke
Actually, I'll say
versus
3-0, actually. I'll say 3-0. No,
3-0.
yeah, 3-1, 3-1, 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1.
Against Phillips and Kabak.
Benteke's going to bully Phillips.
That's it. That's the last one.
That is the last one, people. The last one for the season. Winner takes all. Let us know what you think in the comments. Do you agree with our predictions? Do you not agree with our predictions? Who do you think is going to finish in the top 4? Will Arsenal get that almighty Europa Conference League football to play in Uzbekistan, Afghanistan, in the Ukraine, bruv? Chernobyl is where they...
What's we're going to be playing on a nuclear site?
Bro, that's what I'm saying in their hazmat suits, bro.
Oh man, do you agree with our team of the season? Who would you put in there if you don't agree? Do you agree with our player of the season, our manager of the season? Let us know. It's a jam-packed show full of questions, and we're gonna get the answers on Sunday. But that is it from us. Before we go, as usual, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, hit that subscription button, and make sure to share, and join our social media pages as well. Want to say thank you to my guys, The Truth and Mr. K.A. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
It was a pleasure, man.
People, it is coming. The NBA talk, we're going to have to fit it in because the playoffs start on the weekend. So we have no choice but to fit it in. So you will be getting your dose at the NBA. Also, we're going to have fight talk coming up. There's a lot to talk about by those fighters that shall not be named, as well as I know Tooth and I promised to do top 10 knockouts in the UFC as well and in boxing. So you got all of that to come. UFC 263 coming as well, and so much more. I think the French Open starts as well soon as well. No, something like that. So
yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, next month.
So much more content, and plus you're going to be getting your football content because even though the league is over, you still got the
Euros coming soon. Yeah.
Europa League, Champions League, and the Euros coming as well. So much stuff, people. So make sure you stay safe out there, and we shall see you very, very.
Sorry, go on. Actually, no, never mind.
Oh my days, man. Always.
I know. You always does it.
These people.
This guy.